Hi Best Buds, it's Cathy with Cathy's Garden, and I'm so happy that you joined me today. Today is hashtag cathysowinghappiness, in which we'll have our drawing at the end of the video. But first, let's have our shout out to Liberty Lost, Karen, Sandy, Daggy, Mike, and Marta. I appreciate each and every one of you. We're going to set this aside. We'll have our drawing at the end. So what we want to do today is we're still using our junk mail, and we're going to cut our junk mail up. Some of you don't have vellum or acetate or anything like that, but you still would love to make some window tags or pockets. So that is what we're going to do today. We're going to cut our junk mail up, and we're going to make some tags and tuck spots. Now, you can also use it as a piece of ephemera that would go maybe on a flip book. So you could flip this out this way, or maybe your picture goes this way. You could use it this way. You could put it on a journaling page, and you could actually use it as a tuck spot. You could make one like this and glue the top and the bottom and use it as a belly band. There's so many different things that you can do with it. Or you could simply pop it into a pocket and use it as a journaling card. So let me show you how I made these. So I still had my junk mail on my table. I had it out and about. So this is what I came up with. I took my junk mail and I decided, what happens if we cut this window out? Just totally remove it from the envelope. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in my guillotine, and I'm going to cut out like a border around our window right here. We're just going to cut the whole thing out, leaving, maybe a half an inch or so around the edge of the window itself. So let's go ahead and let's do that. So I'm using my little guillotine because it just helps me cut straight. Sometimes I have a problem cutting straight, and it just helps me with that. So I'm just going to chop this off. And as you can see, we're simply going to remove the window part of the junk mail. And this is what we're going to use today. Now you can still save this part that you cut off if you would like to maybe make a pocket. And you could of course use this if you needed some extra paper. But this is what we're after today. We're after the window part. Now you can use all different shapes for your tags or your pockets or your tuck spots or whatever you wish to make out of these. Your choice is endless. And I'm just going to cut out a few of these so you could also mass make. Did I cut that? Yeah. You could mass make these. They're so much fun, and there's so many different things that you could pop underneath them. So let's cut ourselves out a skinny one. We have one like this. And we have one, we have a skinny one, but not as skinny as this one. This would be a great belly band, wouldn't it? That's a great size for a belly band. I think those are the three sizes mainly that I have. Well, I have a skinny one right here I've already cut out. As you can see, I've been working on this for a little while, and I've been cutting away and having so much fun. So, I didn't do a very good job. There we go. Let's go ahead and cut this one, and then we can begin and talk about what can we put underneath our window. There we go. So simple, right, guys? Just remove the window itself. All right, so we have some pieces here. Now, on this one right here, I put a book page underneath and a little bit of washi and a butterfly. So that's what's underneath this one. This one is just a piece of paper. It's a digital. That's all that's underneath it. I put the butterfly on top, and I put the label on top. I lined it over here with a little bit of Sari Silk from Crimson Heart Studios and a little bit of rickrack. I put a little tab holder up on top and some bling. This one right here, I added some lace on the side, some Sari Silk. I put a little safety pin on it, and I put a tab on the top out of the same book page that I put inside. I think they're both absolutely adorable. Now, I did sew around my two examples right here. I've sewn around mine, but you don't have to sew around yours, not at all. So let's go ahead and let's talk about what we can put inside here. We can look at different digitals that we have. Wouldn't that be beautiful inside that one? Now this one's a little different. This one has actual printing around the edge. You could incorporate that into your actual pocket. Like, you wouldn't have to cover that up, because I did not cover up any of these. Now I did have this one, let me pull this back. Actually, both of these had a little bit of writing on the side, and that is why I used some Sari Silk. I wanted to cover it up, and I covered it up, I think it was about right here. I covered it up with a little bit of lace. So you can cover it up with some fabric or some ribbon or some lace, or if you have something decorative like this, I think that's lettuce right there, you could actually use it as part of your design. That does not look bad at all. That green and those colors go really well. And you could just push this around on different parts of the paper, or maybe you don't have digitals. Maybe you have paper pads. You can do the exact same thing with a paper pad and just move it around to where you like it, and then glue it down and cut it out. How cute is that? Really cute. Let's look at some other things. So maybe you don't have digitals, maybe you don't have any paper pad that you really like to single out a special picture in. Maybe you have, and I'm looking for mine. There we are, clear down at the very bottom of the pile. There are some book pages. These are very old book pages, and they crack really easily, but I love the color of them. But you could use those cracked pages for this project. And you can simply lay your window, your junk journal window, on top of your book page. And then maybe you would like to add a few things. Maybe you have a butterfly. Maybe you have some fussy cuts. Maybe you fussy cutted, is that a word? I'm not sure. Maybe you've cut some things out of a magazine that you would like to use. And you can simply place them on top of the book page and glue them on, and then glue this down. So let's go ahead and let's get started, and let's make some. So let's go ahead and just use this book page since it's out. Now I've got some somewhere here. My ink ran out and it made this color. It's actually kind of pretty, isn't it? But it's not supposed to be lavender. Anyway, I think I'd like to use this and cover my book page, mounted I should say, onto this cardstock. Now, yeah, that's every bit big enough for that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my glue stick. And this is a Yoo-hoo glue stick. I don't usually use glue sticks. I think I bear down too hard and I get globs of glue that come off the glue stick. I'm trying not to push down too hard. But glue sticks and I, we don't really see eye to eye very well. But in this project, it's going to work just fine. So I've got my glue onto my book page, and I'm going to turn it over and glue this right on top of my cardstock. Did I say this was cardstock? I meant to. This is cardstock. You are going to need some type of cardstock to put your junk journal window on. I'm looking for my scissors, guys. I found them. So I'm just going to trim this off so we can really see what we're working with here. So I've mounted the book page onto some cardstock. That's what I've done right here, and that is what you're going to need to do. You're going to need to have cardstock as your backing of your tag or your pocket or whatever you're going to use for this. I've got a lot of ink. It's kind of dirty. Let's wipe this up just really quickly. Let's wipe this up quickly. Here we go. All right, so it's mounted onto my cardstock. And now let's lay our window on top. Now, on this side, there is the window that's glued onto the paper. We don't want to use that side. We want to use this side right here. And I had that really pretty bouquet. Now, this is from My Porch Prints, and it would probably be really sweet under here with maybe we could add a label, or my daughter got me these things. I think she got them from Temu. I don't know. I didn't order them. She did. And I thought, goodness, that might be kind of cute to use. I know a lot of people order from Temu and have a lot of things. This is washi, and I'm not really sure how you apply it. Does it does it peel off? I'm not sure. Or maybe I could just glue it on. I thought that would be kind of cute on there. I think I'm going to glue it on. I'm not sure. But let me grab my labels. I'm looking to see where, oh, here they are. I'm leaning over and getting my labels. Here they are, guys. Here's my box of labels. I have all different kinds in here. That might be kind of pretty. I need to, that one really I think might be the one we want. Here's a nice one here. These labels are from by J. Lou. I will link their Etsy shop down below. If I set that over there, this whole box is going to spill on me, and I don't want to have to pick all of those up. So now let's see, where are we? We are going to go ahead. I'm going to ink this up quickly, just running my sponge on top here. And I'm going to just glue this down as I tell you what is hashtag cathysowinghappiness. It's you helping me spread happiness through simple acts of kindness towards other people. We don't know what everyone's going through, and some people are going through some pretty hard times. We just need to be kind to each other. Sometimes a simple act of kindness towards another person will just enable them. I'm looking for my, oh my goodness, where on earth is it? Okay, I don't know, maybe I set it out somewhere. I'm looking for my hole punch. This is not the one I need. I gotta find my hole punch, guys. Hang on just a second. Oh yeah, it was in the very back of the drawer. We don't know what people are going through, and sometimes simple acts of kindness will just give them enough hope to just keep going. That's what we need to do, you guys. We need to just keep going. We cannot give up. We must keep going. So simple acts of kindness do not have to cost you anything. You can simply let somebody in line of traffic. You could let someone go ahead of you at the grocery store because you have 20 items and they only have 2. So if you would like to enter into the drawing, which is every Sunday. I messed up last week. I don't know. That's just me all over. I got confused and I thought Saturday was Sunday and I posted it on Saturday. I didn't mean to do that, guys, but there was nothing I could do about it once I posted it. So it is every Sunday, if I know what day it is, right? And so every Sunday there'll be a hashtag cathysowinghappiness video up. And that, the most current one, is the one that you need to tell me your act of kindness towards another person in the comment section. So it does need to be the most recent one because that's where I get my names from to put in this fishbowl. Now, if you would like to enter and not tell me your act of kindness, that's okay too. Just type in spreading happiness, and that will be your entry into next week. You enter into this week. You come back next Sunday to see if your name has been pulled out of the fishbowl. And if it has, what do you win? You win Happy Mail from me to you as my way of paying it forward. Now listen, guys, I really need your address. And I have had some people win, but they never follow through with the instructions. And so then they think that I've just blown them off and didn't send out their happy mail. You need to get a confirmation email from me that I have received your address. So please follow the directions that I've listed down below, if you're the winner, to how you're going to get your address to me, and follow through, because I really will send you happy mail. I just have to have your address, and I get thousands, well, maybe not thousands, but hundreds of emails a day. And sometimes an email will slip through, and especially if you wait a few days to say that you were the winner. So please follow the directions, and I will get your happy mail to you. So do join into the fun. It is great fun, and it's a great way to lift people's spirits. And when we lift others up, it also lifts ourselves up. So please help me spread happiness towards others. And that's what hashtag cathysowinghappiness is all about. All right, so we've collaged a little grouping underneath our junk mail window right here. Oh my goodness, look at there. Isn't that sweet? That is so very sweet. Now, what I'd like to do at this point in time is I think I would like to trim this out. So I'm going to get my scissors and just simply cut this out. And because we've backed it onto a piece of cardstock, it's nice and firm, and it's ready for us to decorate and use in our junk journaling, or maybe even our scrapbooking. This could be a scrapbooking project as well. There's a little bit of a rip right here on this. I can cover that up with maybe a little lace or sari. Let's see if I can trim these without ripping my paper. I think the glue has dried enough. Oh my goodness, that is just so sweet. Now, let's go ahead and let's make a couple of these, and then we can go back and we can get a few decorated. So I've got some very pretty digitals here. Isn't that a beautiful picture? I'm not sure which one I want to use here. I've got right here, I've had it for quite some time on my desk, an orange butterfly. I wonder if that would be sweet on there. Oh goodness, that is adorable, isn't it? Do you guys have issues when you fussy cut and sometimes they're still white and you don't want to cut that body off of that butterfly? This is what I found really well. I get the Sharpie, I get the fine point, and then I just take it and I put its head back on, and then I kind of color in the body a little bit, and then I go ahead and put the body down here, and I just kind of color it in so that my butterfly has its body back, because it can't really fussy cut that skinny right there. That works for me really well. So I kind of like that on there. I thought that was really pretty. What do you guys think? I think that's really pretty. How about something like that and let some of its wings go off so it's going to be covered up? I think that looks great. Let's go ahead and let's just pop that butterfly right on there. So like I was saying, if you don't have digitals, you could use magazine papers like this, magazine pictures. They would be beautiful underneath your junk mail window. Oh my goodness, that is so pretty. Now, did you see when I was talking about joining the spreading happiness? I took my sponge and I simply brushed it with my ink. Now, if you don't have ink, you could collage this. either with book page or solid color, you could. Now, I'm not going to do that, but that is my suggestion to you if you don't have any of the ink. So I'm just coloring it up, and I think this works really well. Now, as you can see on this one has some writing on it. We'll simply just cover that writing right up and you won't see it. After we get this put on here, and I think I'm going to do this one a little different. I think I'm going to glue this one on first and cut it out and then glue it onto my cardstock. I think I'm going to do that one this way. So let's do that by just adding our glue, and I'm using my art glitter glue, and I'm just gluing it right on and then turning it over and simply popping it on where I want it to go. I think I want it to be just like that. I like that the butterfly is in the, it's kind of like a frame. It's in the frame, but it's not completely in the frame. It's like it's flying into the picture. Yeah, I like that. So let's go ahead and trim now. So there are different ways that you can get this together. Your way is just as good as my way, so I'm sure you will find a way that will be perfect for you. I use two different methods in this video, so it's whatever you would like. Now, I'm going to just add my glue onto the back. This is not firm enough for my liking to be a tag, or even really firm enough to be a tuck spot. So I'm simply going to glue it onto my cardstock and trim it out. So I've actually trimmed this out twice, but that's okay. That is okay. Now we're going to decorate both of these. They're kind of different than each other, and we could put some different things on here to see how we can finish them off. This one, I think, the one we just made, would be an absolutely adorable belly band. It's a very short belly band. It's not a big one, but your belly bands don't have to be big. You could simply glue right here, and then slip things in and out that way. That would be, I think that would be perfect. Don't you see that in a bee journal or maybe a sunflower journal? Oh, I do. And then this one right here could definitely be a tag, or you could glue it down on the page, maybe even just 3 sides, and use it as a side tuck. Or you could put a hinge on it, and you could simply hinge it out like that for a more interactive piece on your junk journal page. You could do that. So let's go ahead and let's decorate this up. What I think I want to do is I want to grab a few things, and then we will continue, and we will decorate them up together. All right, I gathered a few things up. I was looking and I thought to myself, we need to really round the corners of this one right here. And our thought was that we could make this one into an adorable belly band. So let's think about that as we go ahead and add our decorations onto it. I need to trim this a little better. I didn't get as close to my original piece that I should have. Yeah, because I can see some markings and I don't want them. There we go. I got them cut off. All right, so let's see. Let's think about this one. I've got some vintage lace right here, and I thought that would be really pretty to pop that on the top and on the bottom. I always wonder which way is which. Okay, I don't know that you can really tell. So I'm just going to cut this off like this, and I thought I could glue that right on the top, and let's get ourselves another little section right here, another one, and glue this down here like that. Oh yeah, that's going to be cute. Now on the side here where the writing is, well, I've got some beautiful sari silk here from Crimson Heart Studios, and I thought that we could place this. I think I need to make it thinner. I'm worried that I make it too thin, I won't be able to cover that up the way I want. We could either pinch this. Yeah, that's what we need to do. We can do our pinching method. So I'm just going to apply a little bit of hot glue, quick and easy and great for videos. And I'm just going to pinch. And the reason why I use a little bit of it at a time is because hot glue dries very quickly. And if you don't get your item placed down right away, then it's already dried and it's not going to stick very well. Now, if you're using fabric tack, because you can do this method with fabric tack as well, you could go ahead and place your fabric tack all the way down if you wanted to, because fabric tack takes a little bit longer to dry. But the hot glue, it dries pretty darn quickly, and so I think that's what people have a problem with when they're saying my hot glue doesn't stick. I think it's just because you're waiting too long to get your item down to glue with it, to glue on top of it. Okay, well that's really pretty. I like that a lot. Now, do I want to just do the other side or maybe just a little bit? I'm not sure. Let's go ahead and let's get these in place. I think that's going to change a lot of the look. Oh, goodness gracious. That's going to be gorgeous. Let me get this glued on here, and then I'll lift it up for you to see exactly how it looks. So just adding that right on there like this. And then I'm going to do the exact same thing on the other side. Popping that on just like that. Isn't that going to be gorgeous belly band? Now, I'm still not sure. Do I want to go all the way the same thing on this side too to match? Okay, let's go ahead and give it a go, and let's do that. It's like a burnt Sierra kind of color. It's a gorgeous color, absolutely scrumptious. And I'm just adding my glue and then just pinching. I've waited kind of long. Just pinching as I go. I need to open up this sari a little bit to get the look that I want. Just like that. And then just a little bit more to go. And of course, you know, we're going to need a little bit of bling. I'm thinking gold would be pretty on this. Some gold beads. I think that's what it's asking for. And I'm looking over here at my stuff. And here, I grabbed some. We could put a few on top and a few on the bottom. We could do that. And so I'm just going to do 2 and 2. I think that will be perfect. So we'll put 2 up here. Like that. And then we'll put 2 right here. Right down here. Oh goodness, what a gorgeous belly band. Oh, that's definitely a bead journal, right? Oh, that's gorgeous. I love it. All right, so we've got that one completed. I'm looking for the other ones that I made for my examples. Where on earth did I put them? I have no idea. They've gone away. All right, this one. Let's talk about this one. I'm looking for my sari silk that I got for this one. Yes, it was on the floor. So I brought this in for my example because I made 2 of these when I punched my tab out. I used the same page here as here, and I punched 2 of them out. So I'm going to use my other one on this one because I think that's going to be perfect on there. So let's go ahead and let's glue this on now. So it's just a tab, and I'm going to put it at the top because we're going to either use this one as a tag or to pop, put it in a pocket or whatever tuck spot that you have, or you could glue it on the page and you could make another little tuck spot right there. So let's see here. We've got some words down here, and I thought maybe I could cover this, and then I've got this really pretty vintage lace that I thought would be nice to put on there too, but you can still see that through, and I really don't want to see that. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to add my glue right on the bottom and simply open this up a little bit and pop it on. And if it curls a little bit, that's fine, but I definitely want to cover up this spot right here with the words. I don't want those words coming through. Okay, and I'm just going to trim it just like that. Okay, that looks great. Now let's bring this in and let's just glue it right on the top. That'll be gorgeous. And I'm not going to straighten it out or anything like that. I'm just going to pop this right on the top. I like how that's kind of looking. Oh yeah, that looks perfect. I love that color, love that color. Now, do we want to do the same thing at the top, or maybe just put a little bit of this on there? How about if we just put the plain lace, or that cream lace, it's not plain, trim, it's not lace, it's trim. Let's put this right on there, just like that, and then give the trim on the sides. And of course, we're going to need a little something on here, maybe a little bit of bling. You could put it at the very top. I could get it to be where I want. Or we could put it at the bottom. We could put it on the side. I'm thinking I want it right here on the side. So I'm just going to add my glue right on top of the trim and then pop that on. Oh, you guys, I think we've got a lot of ideas on ways that we can use our junk mail window part when you cut them free of the envelope. Oh, I love this. I hope you're enjoying this as well. Let's go ahead and bring in our bowl. These are the people that helped me spread happiness through simple acts of kindness. Now I'm going to lay this right here. And who is the winner this week for Happy Mail? Please remember, you must check down below and please follow the directions. I want you to receive your Happy Mail. So let's see who has won this week. Dawn Higgins. Dawn, you've won Happy Mail from me to you as my way of paying it forward. You guys, if you've enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. I invite you to subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you in my next video. I'll see you there, guys. Bye now.